Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Cade Walsh. I'm going to make this tutorial brief because I've already tried this like 8 times and I just got my recording software to work. So here's a little dude, here's the level. It's pretty barren so far. I'm going to briefly go through everything real quick. So here's the basic, this is the blueprint for the entire overarching level. This is not the instance-based blueprint I have. This basically says no matter what, this runs throughout the level. Chooses a minimum of 40 buildings, maximum of 400 every single time, randomly through that, and then it has the box parameter extent of where it can go on in there, as well as a random integer for its rotation. Specifically on the Z, so it kind of turns. We don't really want it like rotating. And this right here is B, so if I press B, as in, building, then it restarts the loop instead of the begin play, but it keeps everything from the initial loop there. So it just restarts the whole process. In addition, I have don't spawn is still colliding, but try to adjust location, just in case. To do that, I had this collision box set up here. You can see this building. It will change at literally anything I do. If I tap this, maybe not that, but if I tap this, move it a little bit, and then move it back, Control Z, look at that. Ooh, new building. So the way this thing works, I'm going to go ahead and compile it, hit save. Oh, what do you know, compiling also does that. There's nothing in the event graph, contrary to what most programs in Unreal have. Instead, it's all in the construction script. So you can see here, it's kind of squirrely. The code here is a little bit whack. It's a little messed up. These are what are known as macros. So if I click on this, you will see what's actually in the code, this being the starting point, that being the end point. All these wires kind of go up around. It's got random parameters from 0 to 3, 0 through 3 being individual instance options. For example, AC units. This will randomly preset what type of AC unit spawns where on what floor. And these can all be closed down for space. The roof, there's a couple of different types of roof per each building. The basic way this thing works is there's one set floor per building. This is for the color. There's one set floor per building, and it is the starting floor. It can have one of 2 doors and one of, I think, 5 or 5 canopies out front. I remember that now. Yeah, this little thing. And then it's got the door. Then it's got this first floor is always the same. It will change color and it will change door and everything else, but it is the foundation of the building. Everything else from there is randomly generated. There can only be a max of 3 floors, as I did try and design this to be similar to German architecture stuff. And disclosure, right now, I did not make these assets. I did not make the textures myself. I did not make the materials myself or the meshes. All of that was already in Unreal Engine, inside of one of its asset packs that I've had for quite some time now that I finally decided to put to good use. So if we click play, I'm going to go ahead and full screen this for everybody's viewing enjoyment. There we go. You will see it's randomly generated a good bit. They're different colors on our color palette. If I went too far, it would have actually broken the mesh. My camera keeps messing up when I get near them, by the way. And I do actually need to stay close to a building to spawn more in, because they have a collision box and I don't. The buildings are hollow. So there's a chance they just kind of sneak up on me. And you'll see now it's getting quite packed. I'm kind of waiting for one to spawn. There we go. One spawn there. Maybe I can get one to spawn here if I keep pressing it. There, right there. They don't collide with each other. That took a little bit of time to get with. I need to fix the player camera. That's the only issue I'm having here. But anyway, this is one type of awning. That's another. There's actually a whole awning like this one right here where it literally spawns another floor on top of it. I've been debating on making those also random gen, so I can spawn a bunch of floors, but I realized having a 1-story house with a 3-story awning would not really make a whole lot of sense. So I need to look into if-then statements. But yeah, the doors change. That's door type number 1 with all the little circles on it. Let's see how fast I can find door type number 2. Because again, they're all random seated. There we go. Door type number 2's got all the weird little bevelly things on it. It's in that little door frame right there that my character's looking at. They're all to player scale, so that's pretty nice. If I made these interactable, it would be really great. I thought about doing an interior and then decided not to because this already was complicated enough for Unreal Engine. Well, complicated to me. I know next to nothing about coding. Um, but yeah, there are several different roof types that will all spawn. There are several different floor types, and it random seats each floor. There are, again, the AC units that will spawn on floors. It will only spawn on a two-story or more building, though. I did this so that they didn't interfere with one-story decorations if I ever wanted to, like these things. I thought about putting decorations on the side of the building. I decided not to last minute, but just makes everything a lot easier. And the code's a lot more simple. But I feel like it's a quaint little thing. I very much enjoy it. I'm very happy that I got the chance to do this, and I must say, for my own skill level, I'm impressed with myself and the fact that I even managed to do this. But to each their own. To the more experienced people in Unreal, I'm sure this is very simple to do. Um, but anyway, that's about it. Cade Walsh, and this has been my lab for CGT for randomization. Catch y'all later. Bye.